Guys, so Mario movie is coming pretty soon, and we're going to be talking about villains that should be in the sequels of Mario movies. I think the first Mario movie will do very well at the box office. It will make a lot of money, but yeah, I think that if you want to make the Mario sequels more interesting than just Mario fighting the Kooparines or Bowser Jr., I think Nintendo should definitely use some of their own villains, or even create a new villain, which would be pretty interesting and very unique as well. But today we're talking about 5 villains that I think Mario should be fighting against later on. Number 1, Dimencio. So it is confirmed that there is going to be more than one universe in the Mario world. Which in Super Paper Mario, there were a total of 8 universes, including Count Breck's universe. Yep, that's what Castle Breck is. And basically, Dimencio would be a pretty interesting threat because you're threatening all universes. And Mario and Luigi would have to grab all of the power styles. I think I was going to use the power styles. And basically have to use them to defeat Dimencio. As well. Which means Dimencio will basically as well. And also you can put Count Breck as well and put his tragic backstory as well. Which would probably make the movie even way better as well. And of course at the end Dimencio betrays them, Count Breck, and of course uses the Chaos Heart to basically become evil. Maybe you can have like an evil version of the power style that Dimencio controls that is basically an evil version of it. Because I don't think they're going to use the Peel Hearts in the Mario series. They're just going to use the power styles, which is basically in almost everything. And also, they would have to travel through all the kingdoms to get all the hearts. Meanwhile, find the controlled Bowser's minions as well. Because also, Count Breck and Dimencio and his aunt could basically take over all Bowser's minions, which caused Bowser to help against Dimencio as well. Which also would make a pretty interesting thing, because Bowser would be helping against Dimencio in this battle for the universe to save the universe. And as much as Bowser does not really like Mario, I think that this would also give him growth as a character, and also Bowser Jr. is in this series eventually. Bowser Jr. of course can help as well. Number 2, the Shrooms. The Shrooms are a villain from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, the main villains. And basically, if the Shrooms were a main villain in the Mario movies, it would basically be a stereotypical alien invasion trope. But instead, the Shrooms would want to take over the entire planet, like in the original, because the planet is basically dying because of the poor accents. So they're gonna basically say, let's take over another planet, and basically the stakes will be very high. If the Shrooms win, it will result in extinction. And if Mario and his friends win, the Shrooms lose and they get extinct, because that was the stakes in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And also you can introduce the concept of time travel in there, and they'll have Baby Bowser, Baby Luigi, and Baby Mario. And also there could be a chance for Bowser to actually work together with Mario, because like with Super Paper Mario, I think there was a missed opportunity to make Bowser and Mario work together, and of course against the Shrooms, because Bowser was also a threat from the Shrooms as well. The Shrooms were not going to just destroy the Mushroom Kingdom, they're also going to destroy Bowser's Kingdom as well. And maybe if Bowser was a bit more smarter, I think he would have realized that the Shrooms were bad guys and sort of fought, and so I said, maybe I have to put my differences aside for once and defeat the Shrooms as well. And also the Shrooms alongside Dimencio are also some of Nintendo Mario's pure evil characters. Yep, both Dimencio and Elder Princess Shroob, and of course Princess Shroob, are all pure evil as well. And also you can have the Cobalt Store as well, which was supposed to seal, of course, away Elder Princess Shroob. And of course Mario and Luigi accidentally we bring her back, which means at the very end Mario and Luigi probably have to help with Donkey Kong as well, because Donkey Kong is in the Mario movie series, as well as the main Toad character, Baby Rose as well, because of course Peach no longer is being kidnapped and actually will fight in there. And of course Bowser, if he works together with Mario, could all help against Elder Princess Shroob at the very end. And it'll be a high stakes battle for who will win and who will go extinct as well. Number 3. A villain I think almost definitely is going to be introduced in the later Mario movies is Wario. Wario was the villain, and of course Mario Golden Coins. But it's kind of like a an anti-hero at this point, having his own game series and having his own company, which of course is WarioWare, which has a whole game series based off around it. But of course, Wario being originally introduced as a villain, I think would be perfect as well. And also, you can go into that backstory about how Mario wasn't very nice to Wario and kind of bullied him. And maybe that's his motivation to get his revenge against Wario. No, not Wario. Mario. Yeah, the names are very similar. I know, more gaff, funny, haha. But Wario, of course, could get his revenge. I think a pretty good part is Wario was bullied as a kid, so Wario basically, uses money to amass an army of his own, probably with those enemies and Bowser army mercenaries as well. And of course, Wario amassing this army could want to take over, of course, the Mushroom Kingdom to get his revenge against Mario for his childhood. I think this would be a pretty unique idea, and also can introduce Waluigi as well, for Luigi to fight as well. And I think at the very end, Wario and Waluigi, we will realize that getting revenge, of course, isn't the answer to as well. So I think Wario and Waluigi as villains will likely be villains in Wario 2 or 3, or at least a rival character in these movies. So yeah, Wario is number 3. Number 4, King Ari. So multiverse exists in the Mario universe, which means there might be a universe that is basically based around the Origami King, which basically means that King Ari could be in the Mario movies. I know I mentioned 3 other villains already, but King Ari would make a lot of sense as being a villain of the Mario movies. His motivation could simply be get rid of all the toads, because of course the toads scribbled on him, the Origami Craftsman, and of course to turn the entire world into a folded world. Basically getting rid of all of the 3D Mario characters and the origami characters. I think this would be a pretty unique and interesting plot, and also could, of course, bring King Ari's sister as well, Olivia, to help Mario and his friends along the story. And of course, you can have the idea where King Ari also kidnaps Bowser, and Mario, Peach, and Luigi all have to fight against the Wizard of Stationary as well, guarding all the streamers as well, and a bunch of action scenes as well. Well, I think an Origami King movie will have some character development, but it'll be more an action movie as well. Well, it'll be mostly about the characters of Olivia and King Ari, since most of the Mario characters have been established already in the first Mario movie, and most likely second or third. So King Ari, of course, being a villain would be pretty interesting as well. Number 5, Farfel. Farfel is the main villain of Bowser's Inside Story. He also appeared in Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, but he was the main villain of Bowser's Inside Story. And Farfel was a pretty big threat. Farfel was able to trick Bowser into basically being able to inhale Mario and Luigi into his body. And you can have a Bowser's Inside Story plot as well. And Bowser's Inside Story is the most well-received Mario and Luigi game of all time. I think it's the game that most people like of that series. And you can basically just follow the plot of that story. Of course, Farfel, takes over the Mushroom Kingdom, and of course Bowser's Kingdom to Farfelize both kingdoms, and basically Peach would probably lose against Farfel in this battle, because Farfel, and she would probably be a political prisoner, and of course Farfel, which even so is Princess Peach, even though she becomes, stronger, and does not just stand there like in Mario Galaxy and does nothing. I think that Farfel and his entire robot army would eventually overwhelm both Bowser's Kingdom and Mario's Kingdom. And also not Mario's Kingdom, Peach's Kingdom. Which means both the Mushroom Kingdom and the Bowser's Kingdom, similar to King Ari, will be under Farfel's control. And also you can have the final battle against Dark Bowser with, of course, the amazing music of In the Final, which is the whole reason why I think Farfel should eventually be a villain in the Mario movie sequels, because you would have the final Bowser fight, and also it would be a pretty cool opportunity if you do have the part of Mario and Luigi Bowser's in that story. Well, basically Mario and Luigi could do stuff inside Bowser's body like in the original games, but also Bowser will basically be the main character, the main hero of the story. Defeating Farfel and his army with of course the help of Mario and Luigi in his body, as well. And of course, you can have the in the final battle where basically they fight against Farvel's soul essentially, and Dark Bowser as well as an evil clone of Bowser, so as well. So Farvel I think will be a pretty good villain for the Mario movie series as well, and I think Bowser's Inside Story will be a pretty cool plot to follow as well. And we're gonna go for a bonus villain. Now we're gonna go for honorable mentions. Etasma. And Etasma is a major antagonist, one of the main antagonists besides of course Bowser and Mario and Luigi's Dream Team. I didn't really play Mario and Luigi's Dream Team all too much, but he basically wants to rule the Dream World. And I think the idea of Mario fighting Etasma in the Dream World will be pretty interesting as well. But I don't really want to know too much about Mario and Luigi's Dream Team as well. So yeah, I think the whole idea of having Mario fight Etasma in Luigi's dreams is gonna be pretty cool. And the last one I'm gonna talk about is this more pertains to Luigi's Mansion, and that is King Boo. King Boo is the antagonist in all the Luigi's Mansion games, and basically he takes over the mansions and controls the Boos as his army. I think a whole Luigi's Mansion game where King Boo kidnaps Mario, Peach, and the Toads and puts them into paintings would be a pretty interesting plot. And considering how popular Luigi's Mansion games have become on the Switch, like Luigi's Mansion 3, and also introduce the other types of ghosts like the Polter Pop and stuff as well. And considering how popular the Luigi's Mansion series is, you can basically have a whole plot around Luigi's Mansion, or even a whole sub-series about it. Luigi goes to investigate Luigi's Mansion, and of course you can have a lot of character development with Luigi in the Luigi's Mansion games. And I think that will be it in the Luigi's Mansion movies, because Luigi will have a massive amount of character development, and it'll also show that he'll have a fear of ghosts, but over the end of the movie, he'll kind of overcome his fear. He'll still be scared of ghosts, because of course, King Boo is still dangerous, but he'll kind of be more like cautious at the end, and not really scared of the ghosts anymore in King Boo. And of course, he'll have to overcome his fears and defeat King Boo. And also don't make him control Bowser like the first Luigi's Mansion game. Actually make it where you fight him and then you defeat him. Okay, no Bowser. Okay, King Boo controlling Bowser, like in the first Luigi's Mansion game. But I don't think in the sequels they did. I didn't really play the sequels all too much. I played the one on the 3DS a fair bit, but I didn't get to the end of the game. And there was one on the Switch as well. I didn't play the game. I don't know anything about it. But I think it's more of the same as the 3DS version as well. But I remember playing the GameCube game, and I think King Boo would be a pretty interesting villain in Luigi's Mansion spin-off series as well. So that's basically about this video. So what other Mario villains do you want to see? Like there's still the Shadow Queen we haven't talked about, and several other minor villains like Wart that we haven't talked about as well. Well, and probably many other Mario villains that we do not know of, that I did not know of to mention in this video. Because of course Mario still has a lot of characters and a lot of villains that have appeared in multiple games as well. So yeah, that's basically what this video here. Goodbye.